If your resume is your advertising brochure, your cover letter is certainly the headline or title because it needs to catch the employer's attention so they'll review your resume. There are specific items that you should include in the cover letter as well as details that should not be included because your cover letter is not a mini resume. In this fast-paced world of options and innovations, many people still send a boring cover letter that does more damage than good to their job search efforts. Recruiters can spot a generic cover letter within a few seconds. Your cover letter and resume are your entree into the coveted interview, so they must be crafted to attract the attention of the targeted hiring manager. Remember that every cover letter you send should invite the reader to find out more about you by looking at your resume. This is a sales campaign. Do you have what they're looking for? Why would they want to talk to you? You need to make your letter compelling enough that they can see you have done your research to find out about their company and needs and how you might help them. There are 9 key success factors to consider when drafting your cover letter. Number 1, address your cover letter to a specific person. Number 2, use a headline. 3, keep it focused, brief, and inviting. Number 4, be creative and authentic. Number 5, research the employer and their needs. The last 4 key success factors are: Number 6, briefly state a couple of skills or accomplishments that relate to the job opening. Number 7, close the sale, target a specific action. Number 8, include your contact information in the signature block for easy follow-up by the interviewer. And number 9, use a PS to emphasize a key selling point if appropriate. Address your cover letter to a specific person. For example, the person doing the actual hiring if possible. Although HR could be involved in the process, the person who is under pressure because of having an open critical position should be your target. If you can find out through networking, researching, or by calling the company direct exactly who is making the hiring decision, address your letter to that person. Be sure the name is spelled correctly and the title is correct. Also, be sure to address the person as Mr., Ms., Mrs., Doctor, or Professor, whatever is appropriate. Use a headline to precede the body of the letter so that you can immediately grab the attention of the hiring manager to read more about why you are the perfect person for their job opening. Keep your letter focused, brief, and inviting. Your cover letter should not go into a lot of detail or be a mini resume. In addition, it must be error-free and perfectly formatted so that there is nothing that detracts from your subtle message of, "Read further for more exciting information about this candidate." Listen to these headline examples. Can you see how they might capture the reader's attention? I can reduce your utility system's energy costs and ensure that your utility system doesn't keep you awake at night. I have a proven track record of increasing sales even in a down economy. I have always received outstanding feedback about my leadership. Let me lead your marketing team to success. A cover letter provides, in a very real sense, an opportunity to let the prospective employer hear your voice. So use your own words so that it sounds like you and makes you real. Your letter should reflect your personality, your attention to detail, your enthusiasm, and your specific interest in that particular company. The more authentic you are when writing, the more of a connection that's possible with the hiring manager. In addition, employers are drawn to people who show initiative and creativity in this competitive job market. Take this opportunity to stand out from your competition by making the extra effort to really understand who you're writing to, what their needs are, and how you can help them. You will only be able to make the case for your skills and experience matching their needs if you do your research. Why do you want to work for this company? What can you find out about the hiring manager or the particular position? This is where your deep network will pay rewards. Who do you know who knows someone in the company who can get you this information? The more detailed information that you can find out, the better your odds of really capturing their attention with the words you choose to use in your letter. And speaking of words, it's excellent if you use terms and phrases that are meaningful to the employer. So that means more research and networking. And if you're applying for an advertised position, you can use the requirements in their ad. The 6th cover letter success factor is to briefly share how you could address the employer's needs. So do your research on the company, the hiring manager, and learn as much as possible about the job. Then it's time to connect the story of what you have to offer and how your abilities, skills, and experience could address their needs, and do it in an appealing way. Get the hiring manager excited and make him or her want to speak to you by branding yourself as someone who understands and empathizes with his or her pain. The concluding paragraph of your letter should request an interview or some other response as appropriate. State where and when you can be reached, and underscore your commitment to seeking the position by telling the hiring manager that you will be calling him or her at a specific time, usually within a week. Remember when you do call to have a planned script in order to make the phone call work. Always close by thanking your reader for their time and consideration. To make it easy for the hiring manager or interviewer to get in touch with you, include your name, phone number, email address, and LinkedIn profile link in your signature block. You probably haven't seen too many letters with a PS block, and that's why we suggest you use one, because we know that people always read a PS. As a matter of fact, 8 out of 10 people read PSs first. It gives you an opportunity to drop names, so mention a common relationship or a referral in the PS rather than in the body of your letter. Here are some examples of how to use a PS in your cover letter. Please call me today to learn how I reduced energy costs 12% and effluent discharge by 15% over the past year at my current manufacturing facility. Another one, by the way, Jason Moore of Allison Engineering suggested that we speak. And the last one, your article in the February Human Resources News was excellent. I have a question that I would love to ask you. Once you have drafted your cover letter, be sure to review it before sending it. Does your cover letter demonstrate what every employer wants to know? Most employers care about the following 3 things above all else. Have you shown that you're smart? You'll get things done. You'll fit in well with their team and their corporate culture. So before you sign and send your cover letter, do your best to ensure those 3 things are implied. Again, you don't ever want to actually say them, but you want your reader to think them when they've finished reading your letter. Never write the same cover letter twice. Let me repeat that. Never write the same cover letter twice. Every time you apply for a job, your audience changes. The job changes. Chances are you've changed a bit too. While you can certainly reuse elements from previous cover letters when they're applicable, it's very important to remember that the exact same cover letter is going to have a different impact on different people. As you go ahead and apply for different jobs, remember that they are different. You'll want to craft your cover letters to express that you know what they want and have the qualifications to match. In these fast-paced times, responses to job requests are often handled by email versus the formal mail system. If you're sending your resume and cover letter by email, include your resume as an attachment, but copy and paste your cover letter into the body of the email. By doing that, there's one less attachment for the reader to open, and it gets to the point faster. So the main points of using an email cover letter: use a greeting such as "Dear Ms. Ames," include the message in the body of the email, and then use a professional close and a signature line. This has been an overview of the importance of and how to draft your cover letter. Remember that your cover letter needs to be authentic to you as well as to the company and position that you're applying for. It should attract the attention of the hiring manager so that they glance at your resume and invite you to the interview.